2024 Honda Grom. Overview. 10 years ago, Honda all but started the modern Minimoto phenomenon with the introduction of the Grom, a cutesy getabout with 12-inch wheels, a sub-10 HP single-cylinder engine, and ergos designed to fit an adult. You'd think that would be a recipe for a niche product if ever there was one. But no. Between its introduction in 2014 and its most recent update in 2022, Honda sold more than 750,000 of them worldwide. If one were to identify the most significant trends in motorcycling of the last decade, the proliferation of Minimotos would definitely make the list. By tapping into the unserious side of motorcycling, the Grom resonates with a broad demographic. It's as easy to imagine a college student rushing to class on one as it is a bunch of retired boomers spending their wintry weekends racing them in a homegrown ice racing championship. The Grom is as approachable as any motorcycle currently on the market. But in the case of the Grom, approachable is a euphemism for rowdy. Seriously, it's so, approachable it may turn you into a subversive hooligan. That's because lightweight, a low seat height, and a no-thank-you helping of horsepower inspire youthful exuberance. If altruism is more your bag, Honda claims the Grom achieves 166.5 miles per gallon. So yeah, save the planet, ride a Grom, and then do burnouts in front of Al Gore's ship. Updates for 2024. The third-generation Grom, introduced in 2022, is unchanged for 2024. Pricing and variants. The Grom is available in 3 versions. The base model, $3,599, is available in 3 colors: blue raspberry, pearl white, and nitric orange. For $100 more, the Grom SP includes a special graphics package. The Grom ABS, $3,799, includes ABS, but is only available in pearl white. Honda also offers a series of accessory graphics kits, including a Gromish riff on HRC livery. Competition. The Grom's success has inspired lots of competition, chief among them the Kawasaki Z125 Pro, $3,649 to $3,849. There's not a lot between them, but the Honda does have a lower seat height, 30.0 inches compared to 31.7 inches, and a 5-speed transmission. The Kawasaki has a 4-speed box. Compared to the Honda, the Kawasaki's 125 cubic centimeters engine is over square, larger bore, shorter stroke, but performance figures are very close between both bikes. The Z125 Pro is currently not available with ABS. CF Moto brings 2 126 cubic centimeters Minimotos to the party. The Papio CL, $3,299, is a scrambler version complete with 12-inch knobbyish tires, while the Papio SS, $3,299, is a retro sport version that has some serious 1985 GSX R750 vibes. Both bikes have 6-speed transmissions, but at 251 pounds, claimed, they're roughly 27 pounds heavier than the Grom, though part of that is down to the 0.3 gallon of extra fuel sloshing around in the larger fuel tank. ABS comes standard. The Benelli TNT 135, $3,199 to $3,269, is the brute of the Minimoto world with a 134.7 cubic centimeters engine, producing a claimed 11.3 horsepower and 7.4 pound-ft of torque. While the quoted torque figure is about the same as the competition, the horsepower number is 1.3 more than the Honda's. There's no replacement for displacement, even in the Minimoto realm. Including a full 1.9-gallon fuel tank, the Benelli weighs a claimed 255 pounds. Benelli, an iconic Italian marque, though now owned by China's SSR Motorsports, gives the TNT 135 its own style with a trellis frame and upswept exhaust. The Grom faces serious competition from within its own ranks. Honda has expanded its Minimoto lineup to include the Z50A-styled Monkey, $4,299, the Super Cub C125, $3,899, the latest version of the highest-selling motor vehicle of all time, and the nostalgic Trail 125, $4,099, all of which are powered by the Grom's 124 cubic centimeters SOHC engine. The Monkey, however, is the only one that shares the Grom's shrink-wrap style and 12-inch wheels. After all, it's basically a restyled Grom. The other models are mini in displacement and weight, but compete less directly with the Grom. And then there's Honda's Navi, which undercuts the whole lot of them. Under being the operative word here. If the Grom is Minimoto, the Navi is Micromoto. At $1,807, it's by far the least expensive motorcycle here. At a claimed 234 pounds, it's just barely the lightest. And its 109 cubic centimeters engine is the smallest displacement engine in the club. The Navi's no-shift automatic CVT transmission ups the accessibility factor, but may make it less appealing to the enthusiast crowd. With a plastic cubby where a larger engine would typically reside, the Navi is oddly practical despite its size. With loads of competition, the Grom is almost a victim of its own success. Except as the progenitor of the modern Minamoto phenomenon, the Grom name arguably carries the most cachet. Plus, loads of aftermarket options and easily removable bodywork make it a go-to for customization. Powertrain, engine, transmission, and performance. The Grom uses a SOHC 124 cubic centimeters 4-stroke single that produces a claimed 9.7 horsepower at 7,000 RPM and 7.7 pound-ft at 5,500 RPM. Beginning with the 2022 version, Honda updated the engine to make it more fuel-efficient and easier to maintain for novice wrench spinners. A slightly longer stroke and smaller bore, as well as a compression ratio bump from 9.3 to 1 to 10.0 to 1, increases the engine's torquey feel and responsiveness. The addition of a fifth gear and revised final drive gearing helped boost roll-on performance while making top-speed cruising more comfortable. Win-win. In real-world testing, the new fifth gear feels almost like an overdrive. Maintaining momentum up steep hills will require downshifting to fourth or even third gear. On level ground, with an average-sized rider on board, the Grom will hit around 60 miles per hour. While 9.7 horsepower isn't a lot, as we noted in our first ride review of the original Grom, it's plenty to get the whole shot on unsuspecting Camrys.